Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a new Steelbook opening. Yes, today I'm going to be taking a look at the just released US Best Buy exclusive of The Punisher 2004 version. Let's see what this is about. Okay, so I've got a history with The Punisher. He's my favourite comic book character. You know, there's no one better than him for me. I have every single comic the Punisher has ever starred in, from beginning to present, regardless of writer, artist, quality. You know, I've got crossovers with Punisher versus Archie, you know, this sort of stupid stuff that goes on at times. And anyway, so Punisher 2004, obviously there's been 3 Punisher films. Dolph Lundgren done one in 1989. Then Thomas Jane in 2004. I think it was 2007 for the Ray Stevenson Warzone one. My personal favourite is 2004 one with Thomas Jane. It's sort of got a special place for me in that, number one, I'm a huge fan of the character anyway. But not only that, it was there's a sort of personal side to it as well, in that there were events that occurred in my life that revolved around this film, believe it or not. So I'll tell you about that before I open this up. So basically, in 2004 when this opened on April the 16th in the United States. Now April the 16th is my birthday. So for me, even though I'm not American, I don't live in America, I obviously couldn't see it on that day. In the hype, in the lead up to it, it was like, yes, we're getting a Punisher film and it opens on my birthday, wonderful. You know, I was super pumped for it. Now, when it came to the UK release, I will say, before it came to the UK release, the film had got a Region 1 DVD release. So I had seen the film prior to it coming out. So when it hit the cinemas in this country, which was 21st September of 2004, it was a pretty bad day for me in that I was going to work on my motorbike. I had a car pull out in front of me. I hit him at about 40 miles an hour, flew God knows how far through the air, hit the ground. My face was torn open because the visor popped down into me, and I'm left with it. You can see a bit of a scar there, and the scarring went all around my eyes and everything. But basically, I mean, you can see it there, a bit of a line. But basically, the whole of my face was open all around here, and I had about something like 53 stitches, I believe, all around the eye and all that sort of a thing. So I was very lucky in that respect. Not only that, but I also had injuries to my coccyx, that area, that sort of midsection, and I was unable to walk for about 5 months properly. I mean, literally, I couldn't walk. So it was a very, very hard time in that sense for me. But so my film is my past, certain dates are linked with this film, and so those dates ring in my mind. And I was a Punisher fan before that, and it's just irony, isn't it, and all this sort of thing. Anyway, you're not here to hear about that sort of stuff. You want to see this this release, as do I. So I'm going to open it up. It's, like I said, it's a Best Buy exclusive, and they've done some wonderful ones before. I've got the Santa Claus, which is fantastic. Dread, a superb Best Buy exclusive, and there was another one I got, Terminator 2 4K. That was fantastic. But anyway, so I'm going to adjust the camera, and we'll take a look at this release. So yeah, so as you can see, there we go. Obviously, it's got an O-ring slip. There is a loose disc inside, unfortunately, but it came well packaged from the United States. There's the Best Buy sticker there. So you got the skull with shattered glass all around it. There's the side of it, and the back, like so. Now all the printing on this that you can see, and the shattered glass will be on the O-ring. So let's get it open. Let's take a look at the insides. And when we come back, we'll have a little talk about an extended cut. So there we go. As you pull out the slip, you can see there's the O-ring. You can see the shape of the skull in the shattered glass, and the back continues that motif there. Now, I'm trying to look for a runtime. 123 minutes. We'll come back to that in a minute. Remember that number, 123. So anyway, not hard to remember. So anyway, as you can see, there's the Steelbook, and that is fantastic looking. The Punisher skull all in flames and cars exploding, which is much like the end of the film, reminiscent to the bit where the Punisher kills Howard Saint, and he sets all the bombs off in his car forecourt. Let's have a look at the back, shall we? No, that's beautiful though. I do like that. And on the back, there we go. We have Thomas Jane himself in his Punisher garb. Very good. Let's look at the front and back together, and then we'll look at the interior. Now, this does contain a digital code, which I will give away at the end of this video. So there we have front and back together. The art does go across and join into one, so that's really nice. Let's have a look at the interior. I like the, I mean, it's good because if you have a look, these are two guns firing, and it's the barrel of the gun is the whole of the on the whole of the disc. As you can see, and there we have that same image but expanded, where you got his skull on the chest, which is really nice. That's just really, really nice, and the colour motif still matches the outer colour motif, so I like that a lot. And obviously the hands line up with the hands there, so that's very good. And obviously your Blu-ray disc and your 4K disc, and there we go, the Punisher. Now, so yeah, so that's the opening of this Best Buy exclusive version of Thomas Jane's The Punisher film. The irony is, this came today, and I was out shopping. I've done a little Blu-ray hunt, shall we say, and which will be up tomorrow, being Saturday, because I've got to edit it together. I have filmed it already, but I've got to edit it, so I'm doing this first. But I did actually pick this up as well in the Forbidden Planet. I know it looks a bit sort of cheap and that. It is, it's plastic, but it was $7.99, and it's actually like a plastic money box of the Punisher, and I just couldn't resist picking it up. It was the only one they had there. You know, I know it's not fantastic, you get what you pay for, but as part of the ongoing Punisher collection of stuff that I've got, I do have other stuff boxed up in places. It's just nice to have to sit alongside some of the other stuff. Yeah, but anyway, let's talk about that runtime. So yeah, so that Punisher runtime, 123 minutes. Now that's the theatrical cut of the film. Now there was an extended cut that people may remember. It did come to DVD, and it had an animated sequence at the beginning added to it. But let's forgo that, and let's now step to Germany. Now Germany has a release of this film on Blu-ray, like so. This is a genuine release from over in Germany, right? And this contains the uncut version and the extended cut version. Now, if we have a look at the running times, okay, the uncut version, the uncut version is 123 minutes. That's the theatrical cut. That is what this 4K Blu-ray is, okay? But there's also another version on this that runs for 139 minutes. 123 to 139. It's got a wealth of additional material added back into the film, including a subplot with his best mate policeman, blackfella, who had double-crossed him and all this sort of stuff, and he goes and gets vengeance on him as well, and he goes and punishes him. So, you know, it's unfortunate that when they do 4K films, generally, for the most part, they go with the theatrical cuts. Now, I wanted this release just because I'm a Punisher fan, and this was a fantastic release. But my go-to watching version of The Punisher is this 139-minute version here that I believe, and I may be wrong, but I believe that it's only on the German release. It's worth picking up, and you can get this for like €9. what's that? It's about £8.50, £8. It's well worth getting if you're a Punisher fan and if you want to see the extended cut. I didn't even know that there was an extended cut. When I sat down to watch this, I was flabbergasted that I was looking at scenes that I hadn't seen before. Stuff that I may have seen as edited scenes, but not all of it for sure. But anyway, so that's it. That was my opening and a little chat about the Punisher. But yes, so there we go. And if you are wondering if you did clock it, that there is an Amazing Spider-Man issue 129, which is the very first appearance of the Punisher. This is CGC graded at 6.5, and I've also got another issue. Well, let me show you. I might as well show you. They're here. This is an issue 1 of the Marvel Max series, signed by Thomas Jane himself. Certificate of Authenticity is part of that because it is a signature series of CGC grading comics. Thomas Jane obviously being the actor in this film. And then I do have a graded copy of Punisher issue 10 with Daredevil signed by the late great Stan Lee. So that's it. Anyway, just a little Punisher walkthrough and talk through. I can talk Punisher all day long, believe me. I've got videos, when I first started on here, I've got videos way back where I went through my whole collection of the runs of Punisher. Not the special appearances in other comics or that sort of thing, just the runs that we've had from beginning up to present. Anyway, so this is it. AJ, thank you for watching, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Please consider hitting the subscribe button, leave me a message down below, hit the notification bell, whatever you want to do, just do it. And I'll see you later. Take care, all, goodbye. And I bet you thought I'd forgotten. Yes, I mentioned that digital code. So there's the digital code for the Punisher. First come, first serve. Whoever gets it. Yeah, no use to me. Thanks again. Take care.